Hi there, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Water. I want to jump right into your reading. Before I started, I pulled a couple of cards for you for your overall energy. This reading is going to be about what is the best next move over the next couple of weeks, so like the remainder of June here. And so you have this Ace of Swords, but look, it's this big crack of lightning coming down on this sword of truth. It is like information coming to you out of freaking nowhere. And there is this snake of transformation on it, but it is like in the infinity sign. This is like a major shift, a major change where you get downloads and information that are coming in out of the blue. Actually, what I see is like this rainstorm, and you're caught in the rainstorm, and you're trying to decide which way to go. And then the lightning cracks, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I see the way. I see the way forward. I know which way I'm going. And we have this beautiful little deer here, the little baby fawn. It is the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. It's a new idea. What I love about it is there's the rainbow that matches the infinity symbol here. And so there is a new idea that is trying to be seen, it is trying to be heard, it is trying to make its presence known to you. And there is an opportunity that I think there's some kind of a storm that's going on. Okay, one of my guides said shitstorm. So there's a storm going on, and these ideas are coming forward, and I think the way is suddenly lit up. And after what seems to be like this major storm busting loose for you, I think then I think it comes very clear to you what it is that you need to do, and the information becomes very clear. So that is actually really beautiful energy to manage when you are dealing with, some serious manipulation. I think the storm, like somebody has been, really creating a disaster in your life. And, okay. All right. And the way through is to cut through the BS. The way through is to start with getting to the truth of the situation and moving yourself forward. So your overall energy here is the charity, and the charity is where you give freely. And in this case, it feels like what you're going to give is space or understanding, or look, I can't fix that situation, so I'm just going to move forward and I'm just going to move on and I'm going to give way. I feel like there's a possibility that someone has been taking advantage of your sense of charity, and it almost feels like cut your losses and keep going. Cut your losses and keep going. So in the area of where you have been spending a lot of time thinking, it's about this fortune. Wow. Okay, so the current action to take here is that of the inheritance card. Well, you almost can't see these in this light. Hold on, I'm going to pause and see if I can't fix the light just a smidge. You won't even miss me. Okay, I think that's much better. So here we go. So this inheritance card, which is like it is a maze, right? A labyrinth to work your way through. And so the action to take is definitely has you pushing yourself forward. Is Saturn in Scorpio. And Saturn and Scorpio, there's boundaries. You can go this way, but you can't go that way. And so while you've really been thinking about this, because money has definitely been on your mind, you have ostentation here in the heart space. There is something that you've been trying to create, to manifest by doing it by following the rules, right? When it's Saturn in Taurus, they really want you to follow the rules. But the key to the situation is actually the other Venus energy, because this is Jupiter in Libra. This is negotiation. And so there is a need to give a little to get a little. And I think the clarity comes through and it clears the storm, and the rainbow comes out, and this pentacle can start to be manifested and brought in. So there is a manipulation that's been going on that has been stopping and blocking you. Now, it could be, manipulating isn't always bad, but when it's in the form of the obstacle, the only thing I could say is that it's like trying to really cram something through and it's just not working. And so maybe it's time to take a step back and negotiate your way through. But You need to be assertive. How do you transform the situation? This is you, Sun in Aries. Assertive. You need to step into the superpower of who you are and say, okay, look, this situation is not working for me. We need to do something that's a little more fair and balanced. Let's have this conversation. And then understand that you're going to have to negotiate your way through a lot of things that feel like you'll be running one direction, all of a sudden you'll hit a wall. You're going to have to be adaptable, which is great because you're an initiating sign. You can do this. You can back up and go and try a new direction. Don't be afraid to do that. I think there's something that is very important to your heart, and it's really on your mind, and how do I get there? We have here, it is the card of lust, but it's Venus in Aries. And so to me, this feels like you're very passionate about an idea. You're very excited about something. You really want to manifest it and bring it in. It could be a relationship because of the other cards that are here, in which case I find this manipulation card a little unsettling because it is Jupiter in Scorpio, and Scorpio, Jupiter in Scorpio is very expansive, narcissistic kind of energy. And so if that's the situation, no amount of negotiating is going to work. It's going to have to be the sword of truth that comes out where you set yourself free, because that energy does not know how to change, so it can't negotiate. So here in the area of the heart space moving forward, you have the card of choice, Mars in Libra. Do I go this way or do I go that way? Do I go this way or do I go that way? And then we have this Gemini energy as the outgoing card of influence. The choices and the decision that you make about whatever it is that you're passionate about will influence not only you, but it'll influence others. And look, there we have that snake of transformation happening here. But it starts with you being assertive, you knowing who you are, and you trusting you. I want to clarify this inheritance card here for the action to take, because inheritance always what makes me feel like you have to wait a while for something to come in. And I think you're going to have to spend a little capital. Capital, it could be money, but it feels more like it feels like time and energy. For some of you, this is about a situation that you have a lot of hope for that is not working out. Okay, so it could be a relationship, it could be a business situation, it could be a project you were working on. But when we have the Ten of Winter come flying out with the Two of Cups, it definitely feels like this is about walking away from a situation that you thought was it. But what I think that means, because this is in the future, is that you would end up walking towards something much better, much better. We have the card of unity, the star, and the Prince of Spring, which is the Knight of Wands. It says immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage a passionate relationship. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community, and the star card. Look to the future with hope and optimism. I feel like it's time for you to rise up and stand up for yourself in either a work situation or a personal relationship. It could be a family dynamic, although, well, you know, with this inheritance card here, it could totally be like a family situation, like you're dealing with a parent or something that's so you can't even hardly breathe, and it's time for you to stand up for yourself, and you pull out your sword of truth and cut through the crap so that you can get to the rainbow on the other side. So the star says, look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. I also want to say in this charity card, they just said to have compassion for yourself. So often in life, we step into the quagmire that tries to suck us in and pull us down, and we think, oh, I should have known better than that. But we didn't, because we were supposed to learn something. We are here to learn and to grow, and so any situation that has brought around this Ten of Swords kind of energy that's very painful and it requires you to walk away in order to heal. It's the resolution of difficulties, a weight that is lifted from your shoulder, and the end of an addiction or codependency. Whatever this is that is setting you free and allowing you to move forward, That was what you were supposed to learn. You were supposed to learn to be Aries, to step into your power and to know who you are and to stand up for who you are, but standing up in a very balanced way, because Mars, that rules your sign, is over here in Libra, and that is in the area of the heart space. So that's making a choice to be passionate about where you're going, to be charitable with yourself, and to negotiate your way forward, but to set yourself free. To set yourself free. All right, Aries, I hope that was helpful. We have a full moon that's coming up on in 2 days. It's the 14th of June. And I did a video on that last week. I will link yours right here if you haven't had a chance to check that out. I am on Facebook every day where we look at the energy of the day, pull some cards. And I think that's about it. I do readings if you'd like to check that out. That information is in the description box below. You guys have a fabulous week. Stand up for yourself. I'll talk to you soon.